Welcome to the channel, my friends. My name is Dustin, and today I'm going to have maybe a 3-4 part series on a weight loss journey that I'm going on, and I want to invite you to come with me. So I'm really good at losing weight. The problem is I'm not very good at maintaining weight after I lose it. But I wanted to share with you a few tips, and maybe this is something that'll help you get started. I have a lot of friends who complain about their weight, but they haven't changed their lifestyle. And to some aspects, that's what happens with me once I reach my desired weight. I stop doing all the things that got me to where I wanted to be. So the first thing that you have to do is prepare. I've been thinking about this mentally for a while, for several months. I get it in my head where I'm going to start, but I'm not prepared, and so I quit. And that's with eating. I'll say, well, one more Whopper at Burger King won't hurt. Or it's okay to have this cookie and I'll just work out harder. And so you really do need to keep yourself mentally prepared and focused on a goal. So prepare that you're going to participate. It takes both discipline in what you eat and also some sort of exercise regimen. And when I talk about exercise, do something that's comfortable for you, that's not outside of the aspects of what you feel like you can do. And you'll notice that you can improve upon that as you get further along in your exercise abilities, okay? So for me, like right now, the first week I might just start out walking, or I use the elliptical a lot. It's my knees hurt almost all the time, and so that's something that will get my knees, my joints used to moving again. I also like to swim, and so that's a lot of low resistance on your joints. So you want to be prepared mentally that you're going to go through this process. The next thing you want to do is set a goal. While you're preparing, think about and speculate what your goal will be. Write it down. And then develop a chart. Have a tracking system that's going to help you reach that goal. Now, I talk about the scale as being a measuring tool and use it as that. So I do recommend getting on the scale at least once a week and then write down what it says, right? But if you might gain weight one week, and that's okay, but it'll help you to see where along your path you're going so that you know what you need to do in order to reach your goal. So set a goal, keep it in mind, and work towards that. Listen, there's lots of people that will talk about lots of aspects of weight loss, but the science is simple. You need to burn more calories than you intake. Okay? And it's a process. And whether you do that through dieting or whether you're doing that through exercise, both of those are important. One of the things that I like to recommend to people is see what you're eating. Now, different body types will need a certain amount of calories. Our bodies require energy, and that energy is from the calories that we intake. But they can be good calories, they can be bad calories. I used to have a nutrition teacher once that said, we can intake as many 0 calories as we want, and it doesn't benefit our bodies at all. And those are the sugars, the sweets, those kinds of things. The fats, we're gonna need to be really careful. Our body does require a certain amount of fat, but we don't need to be engaging in treats and things like that. So be mindful of what you intake. I tell people, try to increase the amount of meals that you're eating throughout the day. They just don't need to be big meals. So most people in the nutrition industry will recommend somewhere between 4 and 6 meals a day spread out. But then realize you're eating less calories. I try to keep my calorie intake and my meals somewhere between 300 to 600 calories per meal. And a meal can be something as simple as a protein shake. It can be a snack like a bowl of cottage cheese. And when I say bowl, I mean like a cup of cottage cheese. And you can add fruit to that if you like. I'm not a big fan of adding fruit in cottage cheese. I know some people are. But it is a good idea to sit and figure that out, what's great for you, right? And there's several things, several resources that you can find online that might be able to help you with that. So set a goal, right, after you prepare. And then you need to determine how is it that you're going to burn those calories every day. You've got your meal plan set up, and I'm going to share with you what my wife and I do. We prepare our meals at the beginning of the week, and then we grab and go throughout the week. It's a lot easier. It also eliminates us from wanting to go to the restaurant or picking up quick fast food. And I recommend, like, I'm really grateful for my wife. She's a great example for me. She gets up early every morning and works out, and she's a high fitness instructor and a surge instructor. I don't particularly like those two forms of exercise. She loves them, and she has a bunch of friends that she coaches and does them with. And so that's great for her. I prefer going to the gym, and I'll hop on the elliptical. I like to swim. I'll do the treadmill. And then at home, we have a bunch of videos that we just do here at our house. So we have almost every Beachbody video that was ever created. And then my wife has Jillian Michaels. She really enjoys her. And so I do a variety of at home and at gym. When I go to the gym, I try to make sure that I'm focused on what I'm there for. It has a wide variety of wide options. So that's another thing. A lot of people will get hung up on doing the same thing over and over, and they get bored, and then they don't go anymore. I highly recommend, if you have somebody that you like being around and they also have the same similar goals, invite them to go with you. Now, gym memberships, they can be costly, right? You have to be mindful of those, especially if you're adding a personal trainer into the mix. There's a lot of information online, and there's a lot of apps that you can use on your phone that will walk you through exercising and help you reach your goals. So you may want to check those out first. I'm saying be mindful that there's lots of different ways to reach your success. Okay? What is going to work for you? What I'm doing may not work for you. So be mindful of that. I hope you come along with this journey in mind with me. You keep the end in mind. Realize that there are going to be ups and downs. The last weight loss competition that I did, I lost 62 pounds in 99 days. And so the thing with that was, I was heavily determined to win. There was a lot of money on the line. But this time I want to do it for myself. I thought about joining some competition. I thought about creating my own. But this one's for me. This one's for my wife. This one's for my family. And so come along the ride with me. I'll take you on my journey. Let's reach that goal. And we're going to make the world a better place. You can make the world a better place by feeling good about yourself and having the time of your life. So we'll give you more tips as we go along. One of the things that I should say is our bodies are mostly made up of water. Drink lots of water. It also will help in a bit to curb appetite. So let's go get this, man. I'm 52 years old, and I have a young son that's only 4, getting ready to turn 5. So I want to be around a long time to watch him grow up. And listen, the pain and effort that we go through for staying healthy is a lot less expensive than hospital bills, my friend. So I used to work at a gym, and I had this gentleman that used to come in every morning, and he was hobbling and get out of bed early, and he was retired, and he said, I don't even have to get up this early. He said, you know why I come to the gym every day? I said, no, why? And he said, to keep me out of the hospital. And so let's do this together. Hopefully some of these things will inspire you to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I appreciate you, my friends, and let's get this. Good morning, everyone. Here I am. I'm in the bath room and I'm getting ready to step on that scale. So the reason why you use a scale, don't let it define you of any of the social terms we might use, as in fat, skinny, healthy. You want to use the scale more or less as a measuring tool to help you reach your goal. Okay, so the scale, it just tells you how much you weigh, right? The same as it would tell a rock or a feather or anything else how much it weighs. So really the most important thing is how you feel inside. And that's going to be the most determinant. So I'm starting this weight loss journey again. I've won 3 separate weight loss competitions. My problem is after I win the competition, I don't know how to maintain. Or I don't put as much quality time in maintaining. But the scale itself is used as a measuring tool. It's one of those things you should use when you're developing SMART goals. And so let it do that. Let how you feel, how your clothes fit on you, how healthy you feel running or just walking will make a difference in your life. So let's step on this scale, see what it says, and that'll be our starting goal as we begin this weight loss journey again. Okay, we're stepping on the scale. Starting to calculate all of this fat. Let's see what it says. 277.2. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our starting weight. All right, friends. So we are at the gym. You can't mind, my gym is all the way in the back there. I park as far away from other cars as possible. I don't like my car getting dinged or chipped by people getting in and out of their cars. So in this parking lot here, they try to cram them in. The gym is packed today. I'm kind of surprised. It's about 9:30. I just dropped my son off at his preschool. And listen, man, the hardest part sometimes is just getting started, walking through that door. So if you can make it a regular habit, you pick the same time every day. I like picking about 8:30 p.m. It's after we put the kids to bed. And then I just make a determined decision that that is my time to go to the gym. I like it because once I get in there and find a machine, by about 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 at the latest, people are starting to leave. And so if I can get to the gym by between 8:30 and 9, I can usually get on an elliptical pretty quick. And then after that, I lift. And so I'm not having to wait in long lines and things like that. So let's get in there and let's get this thing started. It's been a while since I've been to the actual gym. I love this gym. It's called Vasa. It used to be part of Gold's. And again, it doesn't matter where you go, whatever gym you like. I know people who like CrossFit or other types of specialized gyms. That's fine. My biggest thing is go, right? Be a part of it. Be participatory. And so I do a program with my work where I help people find jobs. And listen, they're not going to have any success if they don't go through the steps of applying. And that's the same with weight loss. It's the same with getting in shape. You actually have to participate and make it part of your daily life. So I'm going to get in there. I'll show you a little bit of my gym and we'll go from there, okay? Hope you have a great day. Okay, so let's give you a real quick tour of inside the gym. This area here is the Olympic lifting area. That's where they have all the big weights. The big boys go in there a lot. And then they have a brand new studio called Studio Red. They keep it warm in there. They do a lot of team activities. And then over here is where they have their cycling. They have a fitness cinema where you can go and watch movies. And all their weights, they have a workout area here. A lot of the trainers will go in there. I like this little area. It's a little track with the pull sled. As you can see, it goes down that way. And then you have all of your weights, free weights there with the different stations. In this area of the gym, you have your pool. We have both a sauna and a steam room. It's basically like the steam room is like living in Maryland, and the sauna is like living in Utah with the dry heat. And we have a little hot tub section here. We have a full-size basketball court in here. A lot of games run a lot of times. It's a lot of fun. And then after the workout, here's your massage and tanning back in this area. They have full tanning rooms, massage chairs that are nice and relaxing. So gives you a nice variety. Here's a picture of the chairs. They are water-based and very comfortable. So real quick, my friends, I just wanted to show you some of the collection of workout videos that we have, so that if we don't want to go to the gym, we have stuff here. So this right here is one of my favorite by Beachbody. It's called Les Mills Combat. All the instructors in these videos, they do some sort of fighting. They developed this program where you use kicks, punches, etc. to work out. This right here is called Turbo Fire. It's kind of my go-to. There's a lot of different forms of workouts in here, from a wide range of 15, 20, 30 minutes. This one here, for example, is one of my favorites. Fire EZ class. That means it's simple. It goes for 55 minutes. We have T25 by Beachbody. That one's a lot of fun and a lot of variety. You can set your mode. This is P90X, was really popular for a long time. You do have to have some equipment for that one, whereas some of these others that you don't. Here you have Insanity, Tap Out, which uses some fighting techniques. 21-day fix, really simple, and you can modify it. This is a system called RIP 60. It uses these bands. And then my wife at one point was in love with Jillian Michaels, and a whole collection of Jillian Michaels DVDs. Use appropriate equipment, it's very important. I like to use a weighted glove. My wife has weighted gloves. I'll put those on, especially when I'm working out with Combat. So that brings up another good point. Make sure that you have great workout equipment and the appropriate equipment for whatever exercise you're going to do. Wear, good, comfortable shoes. If you're going to run, make sure you're in running shoes. If you're going to walk, a good pair of running or walking shoes. Basketball, you want to make sure you have a good pair of basketball shoes. You get my point. So we have boxing gloves. We used to take a boxing class. It was a lot of fun. So just wanted to share that with you. Have yourself a nice place where you can work out. It's just as easy to do workouts at home as it is the gym. All right, friends. We just got back from the gym, and so I thought I'd come outside. It's gonna be a really pretty day. The sun's in my eyes if I go that way. But it's really gonna be a beautiful day today. Just a couple things you have to remember, and this was the first day back at the gym in a while for me. And one of the things that is evidently clear, you can hop onto that machine for the first time in a long time. And your mind is telling you, get off, you've had enough. So you set a goal there too, right? So if you hop on the treadmill or the elliptical or a stair machine, whatever it is, one of the things you want to ask yourself, how long do I want to do this for? And set a reasonable time, whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I always go an hour. and your mind will say, you're done, you've had enough, stop. And you have to just keep going. Some people put a towel over the time and then they just keep going and they're watching the TV or listening to music. That's helpful. But you'll do a lot of positive self-talk. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is remember why you're doing this in the first place, okay? So you have to think about, what is my motivation for doing this? For me, there's lots of reasons. I'm older and I have young kids, and I want to be around when they're around. I want to be able to run with them and play. And so that's important to me. I also just feel better when I feel more fit, right? And it's all about how you feel. How do you look? How do you feel? Those are important. So remember why you started this in the first place. It'll help keep you motivated. And the other thing is, what's the purpose, right? So the other purpose for me is, I've had 3 shoulder surgeries, 3 rotator cuff. The other thing, so I'm realizing I don't have to lift as heavy as I used to. The last time I told my doctor how much weight I had on when I was benching and my shoulder gave out for the 3rd time, he said, "What are you doing? Why? Are you trying to break a world record? Are you trying to play football? What's going on?" And of course, none of those things, right? I just simply wanted to be strong. And my goal can change. I don't have to be He-Man anymore to feel good. So as long as I'm on there and I'm lifting some form of weight and I feel good about it, that's important too. So lots of those things are going to come into play. This journey is going to be fun. I already feel better after my first workout in a long time. The other thing for me that I noticed is that when I work out and I consciously am putting effort towards it, I eat better. I'm not wanting to put some of that junk into my system that I may put in the past. And so that might be helpful for you too. When I'm at home alone and I'm watching shows or whatever, I have a habit to eat a lot of snacks. But when I'm working out consistently and I've set that goal, that happens a lot less. So those are just some tips for me. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't even consider myself to be a fitness expert. I just want to feel better about myself. I want to feel better about how I look in my clothes and how good I feel when I'm outside playing with the kids. We've spent the last couple days outside because it's been nice. It's getting to be softball weather. My daughter has loved playing softball. We want to get my son into baseball this year. And so it's very important to be outside, to be active in any form of exercise, and to feel good. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're going to enjoy this next series of videos, and we'll go from there.